so great, standing, talking. You got me checkmate. No one's watching or nothing. I have cleared out the room, also that you can get to be the big spoon. Ooh, cuddle me blue. Take me to the edges of you. Ooh, ooh. Cut through every little inch of my skin. Baby, I will let you in. Ooh, ooh. Call me up in a minute. Call me up, set me straight. Pickpocket my eye socket. There's no time to be prude. I let you kidnap my tongue in. I let you measure my waist and intense fire will take us higher than higher. Ooh, cuddle me blue. Take me to the edges of you. Ooh, ooh. Cut every little inch of my skin. Baby, I will let you in. Ooh, ooh. Can you feel the 789? Tell me you do. Baby, I can wait, begin.
Welcome, YouTube! Well, it's been, I think 3 weeks already. So, time to get back at it again. Because of the COVID-19 issues, we've took it a little bit down with the uploads. I know you all wanted to see me, but hey, we're back. So, what have we been up to? Well, you've just seen a little self-portrait. The goal for this was pretty easy. So, I saw some images online where a model had a face mask made out of flowers. So I was like, I want to do the same thing. And outside we have a pretty big space with a lot of flower trees going on. So in Dutch we call them sering. And they have these nice purplish flowers to them. So I decided like, hey, let's make a face mask out of those flowers. Now, first things first, I had to come up with an idea, a goal. And before we actually start cutting the flowers down, I had to be sure that the light setup was pretty okay to start with. So first things first, in the beginning of the video segment, you see me building up the entire set. That was the phone, no idea who's bugging me. So let's switch that off. Here we go. So this is real-time recording. So first things first. So before cutting the flowers, I have to be sure that the lighting setup is all good, because the longer the flowers are cut from the tree, the more they will get, in bad quality. And you want to have flowers at their best when shooting them. So we first started with the lighting setup. The backdrop is customly made by myself. The table is made by myself, not that the table is in the picture, but just to give you an idea. And the lighting, first I wanted to start with some sort of backlight. So only a backlight, and then in front of me 2 V-flats, which would reflect the backlight that was coming from behind me. Now, the problem for me is I don't have any hair. So meaning I shine like a cubicle or like a bowling ball. So there's no hair to cover the reflections. So I've tried it, lowered the power of the strobe, put it back on. it nowhere came near the idea I had. So I changed some things up, and in the end I've ended up just using one light. The first thing what I did was I used the Deep Octa behind me to create that backlight. That didn't work. Secondly, switched it off, switched over to a Photech umbrella, and that I've positioned in front of me at like a 90-degree angle, so the light goes in front of me. Now I was like, yeah, it's pretty dark, so let's put another big light in front of me to fill up the shadows, so light in light. But the problem with that was it gets too bright. So I've decided to take that one down and just shoot with the Photech on my camera left side, so that I had just one light going in front of me, and then on the other side I had two V-flats white to bounce the light back at me. So that was the whole idea. So that was the light. I've shot it at 5.6, I think. The only problem I had was focusing on me. I was too, how do we say it? Not motivated enough to put like a light stand there, manually focus and have the picture taken. I tried different automatic settings on my camera, which failed miserably. So sometimes it was in focus, out of focus, in focus, out of focus. Gets pretty stressful when you're doing that. And you see me controlling the camera with the iPad. That's one of the things. I shoot tethered straight into Capture One, as you probably know. But to control the camera, you have to be able to do that remotely. Now, Capture One has an app which is called Capture Pilot, which is like, I think, €4 or something. And it lets you control the camera from a mobile device. So I switched it off because I'm also shooting wirelessly with a Camfi. So keep that in mind. I don't have any cable connection through my computer. So the iPad was wireless, the camera was wireless, and that was all connected to the desktop, which had Capture One running. So the advantages of Capture Pilot are pretty simple. You can immediately see the images you're taking. You can control the camera, you can control the focus modes. So that was a win for sure. So I don't have to get up, put the camera in like 5 frames in high burst, get back up, go to the screen. I could just stay at my place and take some images to make sure that I have enough images to choose from. Now keep in mind, I'm a photographer, I'm not a model. So being in front of the camera is always a strange thing to happen. So that being said, once the light was okay, it's time to start building the face mask, not the mouth mask, the face mask. So we've tried some different cutting out things, but in the end, the only way to get the flowers stick to the cardboard was with hot glue. So we used the hot glue gun. My mom pasted the flowers onto the cardboard, and then it was just a matter of trying it out, seeing how it works. Now, for me personally, the face mask was too big. Because I have a beard, it's pretty weird to see yourself with a face mask and still have the beard come under it. So I've tried to make something pretty big, which looked pretty cool without the flowers. The moment the flowers were glued on top of the cardboard, it just looks huge. So two things we had. One, it looked huge, so it was more flower than actually face, which is not probably a bad idea, but yeah, there was too much flowers. And holding it up was pretty challenging because there's only one like elastic going around my head, and it was pretty annoying to get it just in the same spot. And one other thing, since we're using cardboard, breathing through it is really annoying, and setting the flowers we used are flowers which have a really intense smell. So having it attached to my nose was like, it's okay for like 5-10 minutes and then it's done. It has to stop. So you see me taking some images, and then it's just a matter of choosing them and selecting which ones you like. I first started out with the complete face mask, and then we ended up cutting it, trimming it down, but it didn't work anymore. So I have like 2 images which are pretty good for myself. I got my new profile pic from it. Did some retouching in it. Let's go with a lot of retouching on it. And yeah, to be honest, I really loved the result. It was like a crop. So some people thought it was one piece. So it is the face mask and then it's just the branches from the same flower tree that I just hold in my hand. You can see it at the end of the behind the scenes footage. And yeah, it's just a matter of trying some things out, because be sure that it's in focus, be sure that I'm not too high, not too low, that the light is okay, looking at the camera, trying different expressions with the eyes because you don't see anything else from the face, and making sure that the position is not like but like pretty elegant on the picture. Now, in regards of retouching, I've tried some new techniques during the COVID-19 period. I've been trying some different things out with retouching. So I've tried frequency separation, tried to customize a frequency separation technique, doing different dutching and burning stuff. So that's all some new things that will come out. I've recorded also a Dutch retouching tutorial, which takes you through the entire retouch from A to Z, my way, and then in Dutch. So it's not in English, but in Dutch, because apparently it seems like I got still a lot of people following me who are Dutch speaking, but are not able to follow me through English. So it might be that my YouTube will change to sometimes English, sometimes Dutch. It depends. So let me know what you prefer down below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and give me some love with those likes. So yeah, that's it. And then another thing, we've redesigned the website again. So the website has been pimped again. New design, new look. I'm thinking about starting the blog up again with some behind the scenes and stuff. Also, let me know what you think about that. Pretty curious about that, because for me, I think blogs are old school, but apparently there's still a lot of interest in them. So let me know. Also, if you're Dutch speaking, go check out the podcast. I've started a podcast. There should be 3 episodes already in Dutch about photography. Me talking about what's going on. The last episode we did was about calibration. So camera calibration, lens calibration, and printing calibration, monitor calibration. Everything about calibration. So go check that out. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes. Just look out for Gunties, and then you will find it for sure. So that's about it. I hope to be back pretty soon with the weekly updates. We've got the green light in Belgium that starting from the 11th we can shoot again. So we can shoot models again, but just in a one-on-one formula. So that means just me and the model, with respecting the 1.5 meters social distancing rule, which is in my studio not really an issue. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes footage. How did I come to the idea about all this? If you got questions about it, get in touch below, send me an email. And that's it for now, and then I'll see you when I see you. Ciao, ciao.